President, Science and Product Development, Mark Bartlett.
Well, yes, I am Mark Bartlett, VP of Science and Product Development, and
I'm Kelly, Chief Science at Young Living.
And today, the two of us are representing the entire Young Living team of scientists and product developers and our passion for carrying Gary Young's spirit of innovation in all that we do. And we want to talk about a new innovation in essential oils technology that we think you're going to love.
Let's start with Gary Young. Driven by a desire to support his health, Gary Young explored various wellness methods, and eventually discovered the power of essential oil. He studied extensively, traveled around the world, and learned from renowned experts in the field of essential oil and natural wellness.
Yes, as many of you know, I haven't been here that long, so I've spent the last year reading a lot of Gary's words, his transcripts, and personally I'm really touched and fascinated by Gary's amazing journey, his personal journey that really led him to the world of essential oils. And his biography, in that he expressed that he had to find a new path of life where he could survive. He reported that his mind began to expand as he started to explore different avenues of healing and the world of books. He's a man after my heart. After learning about essential oils in the 1980s, Gary Young journeyed to France, of course, to study everything from how the plants were grown and distilled to the wellness benefits of the oils that they produced.
In the early days, Gary had his own health food store and was growing his knowledge of herb and natural health. In this picture that you can see, the McCabe in Botany, California, which will still show Gary's Young Life Wellness Center in 2008. And on the right, his original office filled with many herbs that were grown from plants gathered on weekend excursions. Gary was well aware of the benefits of the plant and herbal supplements very early in his journey of health and wellness. In fact, after discovering the benefits of essential oil, Gary actually infused essential oil in plant material to provide a super powerful supplement.
I wonder what that ICP one is there in the middle. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, yes, this was a very interesting period in Gary's life. He was a keen student, and it helped that he met Jean-Noël Landel, a French lavender farmer, back in 1990, and ended up visiting with him and his family very often. I'm sure you know these people, and that cute little guy in the backpack grew up to be, oh, that handsome French guy on the right that I think you all know, Nicholas, who's now managing that lavender farm. Isn't that amazing? But I wonder if you know this man. His name is Henry Vial. Not sure if you recognize him, but he was considered at the time the father of distillation. And he was another teacher that Gary was just dying to meet and to learn from. Well, he lived in the mountains of Provence, France, not far up the hill from Jean-Noël's family, in a house that is 600 years old. But he was not very open to having visitors, especially curious Americans. So one night, 5 years later, Mr. Viard came to Jean-Noël's house for dinner when Gary was there. And again, from Gary's biography, in a very short but intense interview, Mr. Vial asked Gary what essential oils meant to him. And feeling like tremendous pressure, and with much anxiety, Gary answered him, "I believe that essential oils are the closest physical and tangible substance that carries the Spirit of God on earth." Now, pointing his finger at Gary, and in a very heavy French accent, Mr. Vial said, "You are right, and anyone who messes with them should be treated like a criminal. And then he stood up and he turned around and abruptly walked out the door. I bet Gary was like super nervous at that point, but it ended up being a good story. Jean-Noël said, that's okay, he's a little bit like that. He likes you. He needs you to come and visit him and he'll teach you. So Gary ended up studying with Mr. Vial for many years. Now my question to you is this. How did Gary Young take this declaration from the father of distillation? Did he take it to mean that he should not progress the science of distillation or essential oils any further? Is that what he meant by don't mess with them? Did he take it to mean he shouldn't innovate in this space? What do you think? What do you think, HK?
I don't think that's how Gary took it. Gary understood that essential oil needed to remain pure and adulterated. But I don't think Mr. Virger meant that people should stop exploring, learning, and improving. And we all know that Gary was an innovator, very strong one. That he believed never stood still. He was always trying to improve things and make them even better. Gary met me when I was working at the University of Oklahoma Health Science Center. He wanted me to work with him, and he wanted me to continue innovating with essential oil even after he passed away.
Yep, I never actually met Gary in person, but that's what I've learned about him. He actually embodied that spirit of innovation in this space of essential oils and other areas of nutrition. In fact, here he is with his first still.
It is a drawing I found Gary did at an early time. He always tried to improve the distillery efficiency and increase the yield of oil. And this is another early still that Gary built.
Right. Yep. And here's a Gary Young patent, of course, with some chap on there named Chet Bartlett that did with him. No relation, of course. And actually, you know, of course, our Young Living stills today are state-of-the-art with computer controls and steam generators and thanks in large, again, to Gary's innovations. In fact, if you go to the Expo Center, you'll see a beautiful still there that the farms have, and a lot of this, again, part of Gary's spirit of innovation. Now, another question for you, HK. What was the purpose of Gary's constant tinkering and innovation on the stills? Why did he keep changing things? What was he trying to improve?
I think there are two things. First of all, Gary was trying to maximize the yield, trying to get more oil from plant material in the most efficient way. So if you look at this chromatogram, the one on the bottom, you can see that the inefficient still might give a lower yield, representing here is a smaller drop of oil. Gary was trying to get the most beneficial and rich oil out of plant.
Right, so the graph at the top then represents more total oil from the same amount of plant material, right? So what was the second innovation that he was constantly working on with the stills?
Well, the second reason, he was trying to maximize the spectrum of a natural plant molecule that can be extracted from the plant to be included in essential oils. We did experiment years ago to see if the duration of distillation can alter the composition of the oil. And for example, should we distill for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours, or 1 week, 1 year? This schematic graph shows that essential oil collected from short distillation time are dominated by monoterpene. And when we found if we increase the distillation time, proportion of the sesquiterpene increase and accumulate in the oil. This changes the composition of essential oil. We therefore can change the ratio between monoterpenes and sesquiterpenes by altering distillation time. However, it was very difficult to extract chemical compounds beyond sesquiterpene, such as diterpene, sesquiterpene, triterpene, or other fat-soluble compounds.
Right, I've learned a few things since I've been here, and I've always wondered why the young living lavender has such a much richer, deeper aroma. It's much more full, right? And it's because we got this right. We distill it as long as it needs to be to bring out the full goodness of the lavender. But, so in other words, these molecules that come from the plant into essential oils, if you get it right, you'll get more of the heavier ones. But it comes to a point, right, where there are parts that are too heavy, and eventually you're sort of butting up against chemistry and nature, right? For example, carotenoids are quite heavy. These kinds of molecules don't make it into the essential oils. Flavonoids and even triterpenes that are listed here, like boswellic acid. So these are all very nice bioactive compounds, but we're still leaving these behind. So again, as much as Gary was a force of nature, an innovator, there are laws of nature and basically physical chemistry, right, HK, that we're butting up against here.
Another way to show this here is a chromatograph, showing that they are getting now from essential oil. You can see that on the left, they are all of our friends that we know from essential oil. Monoterpenes and other light molecules from the plant.
Right. So the area on the right-hand side of the chromatograph is empty right now. That's where the heavier molecules would be if we could get them.
So here's another chromatograph showing that it would look like if we were able to bring some of the heavier molecules into the oil.
Right, so I think you can see that we're leading up to something here. Gary Young was an innovator, and his sandbox was health and wellness, and of course, essential oils. He wanted Young Living to continue to innovate, and he has left this charge to his team of scientists, now reporting to Mary Young. HK has been here with the journey. So, HK, we had a major breakthrough this past year in this area, right?
Yes. So we have been doing a lot of work in the lab. So I lock myself in the lab, so you don't able to see me. We found a way, just like Gary wanted, to gather more of these interesting heavier molecules from the plant. So we saw now the oil look more like this chromatograph, a more complete spectrum of the plant.
HK loves his chromatographs. I love that this breakthrough came through and we took advantage of a chemistry concept. It's a very basic principle that like attracts like. And using this basic principle of like attracts like, the oily characteristics of the essential oil itself that we already have can be used to attract more of those phytochemicals from the plant biomass. So this creates a new oil that has a more complete spectrum of these plant compounds.
When this was discovered, and when we start making this new type of oil in the lab, we had a major all hands on deck event in the lab.
Yeah, we sure did. It's an understatement. We kind of had a party. It was like a celebration, right?
Yes, we were very happy. Alex, Alyssa, they were in the back. But Charlie, we were all there helping. It was such a historical day.
Yeah, we felt like Gary was there with us, and I really feel like he would have been so proud of us that day because Gary and Mary have trusted our amazing product team, our amazing research and development team to carry his torch of innovation into the future. And this was a major landmark. Let's watch this video that summarizes it a little bit.
Trailblazers are always asking questions that have never been asked and pushing the limits of what's possible.
Look at! All right! Woo! We're doing the job!
That was my dad. He was curious, constantly asking questions, and endlessly seeking out answers.
You just have to seek, study, and find. It's there.
His search for truth brought him a lot of knowledge, and there was no stopping him once an idea was set in motion.
Wanna look up and wave?
Look up and wave. I'm busy.
And even though my dad isn't with us today, his ideas and findings are still pushing and driving innovations here at Young Living. In fact, we discovered a new revolutionary method for extracting plant compounds within the last year that embodies the pioneering vision he had for Young Living. About a decade ago, my dad contemplated new and different ways to extract even more from plants in a way that utilizes a broader spectrum of the plant. The scientists at the D. Gary Young Institute continue to be inspired by his initial vision, and all these years later, have invented a new method of extraction that has the potential to bring even heavier plant compounds into Young Living oils. It's our exclusive, patents-pending DeepSpectra technology, and we are the first to bring this technology to the world. Although we are still in the discovery phase for DeepSpectra technology, this new process allows us to get molecules out of the plants that can't be extracted through traditional steam or hydrodistillation methods. The possibilities for DeepSpectra technology are endless. Imagine how this patents-pending technology could expand across all product categories. Young Living has the best research and development team in the industry, and we will continue leading the charge with new innovations that propel us forward to game-changing discoveries.
All right. Did you hear what Jacob called that? Deep Spectra. That's what we're naming this. And you know, HK and I are about as excited as a pair of scientists can be right now. So let's pause for a minute. Let's catch our breath. We're talking about Gary and his innovative spirit, that Gary loves essential oils and he wants to innovate in this space. And if you don't keep moving, others are going to catch up. He did so much in his life, but again, he left his R&D team with lots of clues, lots of threads to follow. And one was that Gary wanted to take advantage of more of the benefits that plants had to offer. Now, it may feel like we're being a bit vague. You're going to notice that, about exactly how we make the deep spectra oils. And that's intentional. There are lots of copycats. We have 2 patents pending here. Our competition is on notice. As soon as these patents are granted, they will not be able to claim use of any of this technology. So in the meantime, as I said, we're being a little bit vague about it purposely, right?
While this technology is still in early development and evolving, its potential is more than what we ever dreamed to change the world of essential oil.
Yep. When I think about this new technology, I can't help but think of music. A blend of oils is like a symphony, right? You can hear each instrument, you can hear the beautiful notes. But Deep Spectra is not a blend. Deep Spectra creates a completely new kind of oil, one that's never been done before. It's not just like blending 2 oils. right, it's more of a fusion. There's a new energy. This creates a new oil that has a more complete spectrum of plant compounds. It has more of the plant goodness. Not everything, but more, and it's more bold, it's more brilliant. Isn't that a fun way to help paint the picture of what we have here in Deep Spectra? All right. Well, let's get back to business for a sec. So, HK, did you actually have a chance to make enough of these Deep Spectra oils to maybe share it?
You already answered for me. The answer is yes. In fact, we made 3 different proof of concept new oil that we can share with you today. Not just 1, but 3 different deep spectra oil, each with its own different characteristics.
Well, you're such a tease, HK. This is really a first. I mean, normally we wait till we have a product and it's all just kind of completely wrapped in a bow to sell to our customers and for you to sell to your customers. But we'll definitely see this deep spectral oil technology in the near future. But for now, HK and the team made just enough of the product to share with you so that you can experience the future. And even though, right? Even though this new technology is evolving as we speak, we want you to witness and we want you to be able to share this exciting development.
Rubato? Here they are. Our patent pending DeepSpectra Technology. Woohoo! First, frankincense, deep spectra essential oil extract. It's a brilliant fusion of a frankincense essential oil, monoterpene, sesquiterpene, and frankincense resin compound to create a brand new essential oil extract. This is unique because it uses frankincense. I need to lower my voice. Frankincense essential oil to extract frankincense resin to get about what it considered to be more active compound in frankincense resin into the oil.
Right. The next unique oil is the coriander sandalwood deep spectra essential oil extract. Now, it's for topical use. It's a unique fusion of these essential oils, plant material, to create an entirely new essential oil extract. So unlike steam distillation, Deep Spectra Technology extracts the beneficial compounds in the sandalwood trees with coriander essential oil. So right now, we know that this essential oil helps promote the appearance of younger looking skin when added to your daily moisturizer.
The third one, and finally, orange cacao, Deep Spectra essential oil extract. Another oil for dietary use. It's a unique fusion of young living orange and orange essential oil and unprocessed cacao grown on our farm in Ecuador. With Deep Spectra Technology, we use orange essential oil to extract heavier plant material out of cacao and combine them together. This essential oil has an amazing aroma and flavor, contain antioxidant and may support overall wellness.
So we're so proud to be able to present these oils today. Thanks to Gary's vision of innovation, our R&D team, our highly skilled scientists, and you, our brand partners, we continue to raise our own bar of brilliance to produce more goodness of the earth into your customers' lives. In each case, we have more plant power for more essential oil goodness.
So today we are sharing the tip of the plant with you. We encourage you to be curious, experiment, share what we learn and what you feel with everyone else. We still have a lot of work to do. We'll do more research, more tinkering, perfecting this art just like Gary would have done.
Yes, indeed. And you can learn a little bit more from a DeepSpectra workshop that you'll be doing, HK, with Brad, right? With Brad Chadley later on, right? Meanwhile, the future has all sorts of possibilities with DeepSpectra. Just as Gary's first supplements were infused with essential oils, we have some great opportunity to have DeepSpectra inside of our supplements.
And DeepSpectra will be great technology to add it to some of our personal care products as well.
Right, so let's continue to be brilliant together, right?
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.